everybody, my name is Farmer Phil.
This is the secret lab. Actually, this is your feeder. I assume it will be exactly that one. We have the MShuttle production line. So this is how the feeder looks like when it comes to your farm. Better, faster, more environmental friendly.
Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and we're just after arriving at the urban factory here. Their headquarters just outside Bremen in Germany. So we're going to have a look around and see how calf feeders are made. See our calf feeder, because we have another one on order to replace our second old calf feeder. So I'll be running 2 new Urban Fitness Plus calf feeders. Head inside, out or in, and we see what we get up to.
Welcome here to Company Urban. Urban was founded just down the street, actually on a dairy farm. In the 17s, 80s, they were the first farm put in a milk robot here in Lower Saxony. A nice little feeder for cold acidic milk to give it to the calves. At that time, that was state of the art. But actually here in this region, there was nobody building such a feeder. Helmut actually did is build it by himself. Neighbors found out what he was doing there and say, okay, can you build one of these for me too? Starting from then, it developed. We walk through the door, then we land into our warehouse and go into our production. As you see here, stocks are quite full. So everything produced by Urban is put together here in Wüsting. We have deliverers, I think it's 80-90% coming from Germany. We have something like pumps, which are coming from the US and stuff like that. But everything properly high quality, and we try to keep the shipping distances as short as possible. The machine's ready to leave the company. So you see some lines are empty right now because containers just left the building. But here you can see it goes into every direction of the world. Moin.
Oh, the calf feeders live.
Okay, so this is our so-called new production hall. As I said, the company developed in the last 10 years a lot. So January 16 was the first month we started to produce here. At that time, we were more like a manufacturer. So we don't had a lot of feeders. We don't had a production line, so to say. So it was one guy, one feeder, putting it together like in a workshop. So 2018, we came here and said, okay, we have to be a little bit more productive. We have to set standards to have more quality control and all of that. There is something called lean production, lean management, lines where everything is produced and it moves through the production. So not the people are walking up to the products, but the other way around. Products are following through the production site. And we have 3 lines. So in the middle line, we can go deeper in there. Here we have a line where small components were built, which are used on both sides, which are used in the MShuttle line and in the Armor Pro line and in the spare part line. So this is what is done here in the middle. And then you see the ready-made products are leaving to the left and to the right. And on the right, we have the MShuttle production line. Now it's getting a little less because we are shortly in front of the end of the year. So everything needs to be counted from tomorrow on. So this would be the line where the MShuttle starts as basically only the container, and then heating, then it gets the electrical drive, the motor and anything else. And then at the end we have testing stations. So every MShuttle is at least tested for 24 hours to make sure everything is working well before it leaves the factory. And on the other side we have the Armor Pros. You see the Armor Pros are basically, the line is in a U shape. So starting here with the raw container, hi Benny, with the raw Armor Pro container, putting in all the ready-made components, and then they go to the left. On the left, all the software programs were played onto the feeder. Updates have to be made, so it's really the up-to-date software which is on the feeder. Everything is tested again for hours. We have here electrical check before they leave, and then it all sums up here in the middle. The feeder comes in here. It needs approximately 2 days to have the feeder ready-made, checked, quality control, and then they wrap up. So delivery time, and then 2 days, feeder is ready and up. Off we go. Go on the pallet and leave the factory. So this is how the feeder looks like when it comes to your farm.
Yeah.
Right? So we have the sideboards from the station, and we use whatever we use for the feeder, we use it for packing the feeder as well, to make sure nothing can hit from the side, and you know, the little details. To make sure everything arrives as safe as possible. Of course, shipping, you don't have a absolute guarantee, but especially in the last years, numbers of failures doing shipment have gone down. Then here again, quality security. So everything coming in is checked here before it goes into the warehouse or into the production line. And here we have the shipment of spare parts. Actually, this is your feeder.
This is our feeder.
Yeah, it will. I assume it will be exactly that one. Okay.
That's the bare shell.
Yeah, that's the bare shell. So this is where it all starts. Yeah. So now we come into the service side. Internationally, we do service through our dealer network. So outside from Germany, there is no urban-owned service, so it's all made through our dealers, which are trained here, trained via online trainings. All of that is possible. And here we have a little workshop for customers which are approximately 150 kilometers around the factory. For us, it's really important to keep on doing that job, to get the feedback directly from the customer. Time to time we do testings, quality testings, so a package will be delivered to farm and we open it, we check if everything is okay as it is, are the manuals as they should be, are the functions as they should be. And the same thing if we find warranty issues. The feeders are the same, doesn't matter if they're here or anywhere else on the planet. So usually we can find most of the issues before they go to the global market. This is what is done here. Then we have a little workshop for trainees. On top, you see it just through the window. This is the secret lab of Company Urban. So this is where development takes place. So unfortunately, we cannot go there because otherwise the world will know already what will happen on the next Euro tier. This is the steel workshop here. So cutters, presses done here. Then we have the welding area on the other side. We have, I think, 6 places for welding here. So we have standard shells,
Yes.
right, which are bended and which are welded outside
Yes.
from a deliverer close by our factory. But then, for example, if you see this is the teat housing for
The station.
UVC station.
Yes.
So you see the little cutouts for the UVC lights.
Yes.
And this is a little bit more complicated to weld and to bend and all of that. So this is done by ourselves. 60-70% of the steel works are made before the products come in. And we just do what I was saying.
The finer details.
The finer detail, yeah. And now we come into our new hall. I just have to check if we can light it up a little bit. So what you see here, everything with red floor, was 10 years ago when I started here at Urban, was the only production hall and warehouse. So it was all fitted in here. Yeah, that was everything. So this is our training hall technical training hall, a presentation hall for customers. So we have all our latest feeders here and some of the old feeders in the back. We can show it later on. We have an office for online training. It's not finished yet. It's not opened up yet. So it's a little bit like a sneak preview here. We can, I think, have a quick look at the feeders and everything which is on the market and will be on the market. Just a really, really short walk through the history. So we have the Kaufmann Paula, we have the Kaufmann Alma, which were the new branded U40s. Paula was a feeder with movable teat. So this was the start of the hygienic station with the movable teat. Out of that, we worked out the hygienic station with movable and cleaning teat. And out of that, now the hygienic station is replaced by the UVC hygienic station, which we have over there. So on the same time, we have lamb and goat feeders here. So
haven't seen them before.
Haven't seen them. No. That's a really, really nice setup because it's unique on the market. We don't do ad-lib feeding.
Yes.
So we do restricted feedings on lambs. And this leads to numbers of saving kilograms of milk powder, especially times where milk powder is rising and rising. You can save a lot of money by using restricted feeders.
Yes.
And we have the same health management on the feeder for lambs and goats, like on the calf feeders. We can connect up to eight stations, 8 teats. On
eight stations to one.
4 double stations, 8 teats. You see, you always have 2 teats.
Yeah. Oh,
so 4
yes.
double stations on 1 feeder is possible. So you can feed loads of animals.
Feed a lot of them.
Usually have a return on invest approximately 2 years, 2.5 years. Of course, because of all of the stainless steel and we have there, it's a quite pricey setup. But as I said, return of invest is massively, and this is only because of the milk powder, and then less vet cost comes on top. And then we come to this setup. So here you see the Armor Pro. What you can see here, we have here a new non-return valve. There you can see the difference. So that is the old setup. By inventing the so-called Fit Plus system with the Armor Pro, we need to redesign the non-return valve. So this is why it looks like that right now. So Fit Plus means the feeder can mix and feed at the same time.
Yeah.
High-speed feeding, so to say.
Brilliant.
Okay, so this is what is done with the newest standard, with the Fit Plus system here. We have the Fit sensor here. The Fit sensor is standard as well, measuring milliliter precisely everything going into the calf, and makes it possible to feed parallel at the same time, all valves open and off we go. But that's the Armor Pro just like you have it. And then we have something which I referred to a minute ago. This is the hygienic station with UVC. We just will go around. So there you see right now, it's lighted up. So what we have here, we have full disinfection without using any detergents, without using any water, or without using any movable teat. Okay, so we have 3 lamps of UVC around the teat. So as soon as a calf entrance, the UVC shuts down.
Yes.
And the calf can drink. So the specialty about UVC light is when you're out in the sun, there are UVA and UVB rays. This is what makes the skin turns brown or red. In my case, most of the time red. UVC is a different kind of rays, which is usually not available here on Earth naturally because it's filtered in the atmosphere.
Yes.
So that leads to the fact that bacteria and germs and viruses here don't have any protection against it. So that leads to a change of the DNA of bacteria. So bacteria are not killed instantly, but the DNA is adjusted so they cannot grow in numbers anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so that means a calf coming to the stations will get the bacteria inside, which is needed for building up an immune system, but they cannot grow, so they cannot start an infection. That is basically what this disinfection do. So if we use disinfection test on the old system, we just took a sample and say, okay, no bacteria is there because they are all killed, because we have disinfectants.
Yes.
With this one, you need another test. So you make I don't know the exact pronunciation in English.
Petri dish.
Yeah, right. So you make the colony and you find out if the colony of bacteria are growing or not. And that is stopped. So we have exactly what we want to have. We don't want a completely disinfected area for a calf, because a calf should grow the immune system. But we want to destroy the bacteria in that way the calf don't get infections or anything like that. So this is what we do with UVC light. So calf comes in, UVC light turns down, and maybe you turn out the light a little bit, then you can see the UVC a little bit better. And then the calf comes and drink. Then the calf leaves. The UVC light will flash for 7 seconds approximately on 100%.
Yes.
Well, make sure the bacteria are all not able to reproduce again. And then it will turn down to 20% of the energy to make sure it saves energy. There you go. Okay, so there you see there is a red light going down, right? Every time you see a red light, you know UVC is on. So don't look in it, what you actually did. But we have here a little screen in front. So this makes sure you don't harm your eyes in any way. So this is why every time you go here, the red light turns off. No UVC is up right now, and then it goes on again. Okay, so this is how it works. But on the same time, with that system, we have the possibility to have a night light, so a lighted up teat.
Yes.
So even we found out a standard calf goes to the station approximately 5 times during a day, and very often in night times, because night times there is no stress, everything is calm and easy. If they don't see the teat, they are not attracted to the teat that much as if there is a lamp above the teat, or like here the teat is really lighted up. So this is why we not only implemented the UVC, but also a so-called night light to make sure calves can go to the teat even in night times. This UVC LED station is just now released, so very, very fresh out of the building right now. The first deliveries have taken place this week. A lot of interest, definitely.
So it's disinfected completely without chemicals, and I think that's a massive
And without excess water, like if you were to wash that with, like if it was a feeder that washed it with disinfectant, you need to have the whole drainage system to be able to deal with the excess water.
Yeah. Better, faster, more environmental friendly, more animal friendly. So everything we want to achieve, we achieve with this system. So, and then we have a series of different options of the MShuttle. The MShuttle, this must be like 200 liters. Then we have 150 liter, 250 liter, and a 350 liter is available in 100 liter as well. We pretty much have a standard, which you can see here. So again, sneak preview. Somebody who knows the MShuttle knows something is different here, but because this is the very new model, but details will be published next year. So we have a stand-up setup of the MShuttle, so you have electrical drive in it. You have a 6 kW heating element in the floor. You have a 2-stage agitator, so you can mix in powder or you can slowly steer whole milk to make sure you don't make any butter out of it. So yeah, basically what you do with the MShuttle, you fill in the water, you can set up different heating times, so when you come up to the barn in the morning, it's already heated
it's already,
up. Yes, and then
it's not turn it on and then you
Right.
go off.
Put in your milk powder and then you can start and go. You walk like this, and you can, as hard as you push the buttons, as faster the MShuttle goes. And then you can stop, fill in, and drive to the next one. Stop, fill in, whatever. Yeah, MShuttle is on the market since 2013.
Yes.
What is very special can be seen here. We talked about UVC on the hygienic station over there. This is UVC on the MShuttle called Eco Protector. This can disinfect surfaces wherever you are. So for example, if you have hudges on the outside, you can turn it down so it's slightly above the floor, and you can disinfect. You just clean with pressure wash or whatever, wash the floor, and then you don't need to use disinfectants, but you just drive slowly with these machines above. I can just start it up if you want to. So we tested that in a turkey farm. So we had a hall approximately like this, so 20 to 60 meters. We put that eco protector like this in one corner, and there are tests which are stickers. These stickers are yellow.
Yes.
And if a certain amount of rays hit that sticker, it turns purple, and that is a sign that it's disinfected. We put it into one corner, and after a half hour on the other side of the building, these stickers turned purple. So everything which was hit by the light was disinfected. So you can disinfect cow mattresses, you can disinfect the building, the calf shed, everything by that. So we can now again look at it because there is a protection screen in front of it. Of course, here you have to be a little bit more careful, but again, standard glasses are fine to make sure it doesn't harm you. Development is still going on, so right now it's only attached to the MShuttle, but this will change during the next years probably. That's the Eco Protector. So that's our standard machines here. We have more machines up and coming, so the Vita control. Whoa. This is the Vita control. So basically, you have a device, RFID reader on top, temperature probe in here, and you have the computer. Of course, this is a prototype. You see, everything is weared off a little bit because, it's not the finished product. You have a newborn animal. You tell it, okay, we have here a new animal. Scan the transponder number. It asks you, okay, which type of animal? Cow, calf, lamb. So it's already set up for different animal. Sex, it's a male animal. Birth weight, it's maybe 41. Breed, we have different breeds in here. Let us do a Jersey, for example. Transponder number. If the transponder number, the RFID tag is linked to the animal number, then animal number is already stored in here. But he asks again, do you need additional animal ID? Which in Germany is the case, because in Germany, ear tag numbers are not matching the numbers in the passports.
Because at home we have VID tags, and it's all the same.
Yeah.
And it's now compulsory, every calf has to have an EID tag, so your transponder number is your
clever
number. Brilliant.
Clever.
Yeah.
We have to be a little bit special here, but no, so in Germany you have a barcode scanner next to it. So you have a barcode on your passport, and then this is why we have the national animal ID. So you scan the barcode and it will match the ear tag ID. Okay, so this is what happened here. Date of birth, whereabouts, breeding on old farm, beef farm. So for example, when you have a new bought-in calf,
Yes.
you can say, okay, date of birth was 20 days ago on another farm. It's all stored in here, single birth, twin birth, how was the calving, easy, moderate, whatever. So this is where it's all stored. And then you can go to actions. So you have an animal on the Armor Pro, which is rated yellow or red.
Yes.
So there is an issue. You can walk up to the animal, say it's this animal, and you can measure the temperature of the calf. You can put in weighings. You can choose visual grading. You can choose a change of actions. Choose action alarm, so you can put it on an alarm list, on a watch list, animal history, for example, if you have vaccinations or whatever. It's all stored in here. And then we have a connection to the Armor Pro, so this will match up the health data of the animal in the Armor Pro. So
that connects to the feeder.
Right. We are working together with governments all over the world to make the registration of a calf you have to do automatically. So usually in Germany you type in the animal numbers at night and then you have 20 new cows and an hour to type in numbers and dates and all of that. And this is done all by that. Just upload and done. Yeah, so that's the Vital Control coming up end of February. That's what we are working on at the moment. So these are published products, close to be published products, all of that. And then of course Euro tier next year is always our 1 point every 2 years where new developments will be displayed as well.
Yes.
So these machines will all be as the newest product still, even after Euro tier, but there will be some more add-ons and things, little bits and pieces.
So we're just after finishing the tour around the urban factory, and I just want to say a big thanks to Josh for showing us around and the hospitality they've given us while we've been here. It's been incredible, and he brought us around Bremen last night and it is incredible. Definitely some place me and Liv will be coming back to at some point, because it's unreal. It's just totally different than what we're used to. But big thank you for showing us around and showing us everything, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the second urban calf mom now, because they're a great machine. Like, the technology is just so far ahead.
Thank you for that.
And I want to get my hands on one of them thermometer EMD tag reader things, so you can keep me in mind for that one.
It will find its way to you.
Good. So anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from me. Good luck.